welcome to a very special episode 200. Aaron, what do you think is special about episode 200? Wrong. Episode 216 is what should be special because that's my 200th episode.
Well, no, it shouldn't be special.
Oh.
That's when we should mourn. We should mourn the loss of our great friend, John Bodovkarshaw, who left us too soon and stuck me with this guy.
He's not dead.
Oh, that's right. He just took a little piece of me and killed me inside. Nice intro, the Brent.
Thanks, man. What's up?
I'm ready to rock and roll because this is a special ARG presentation shot on location here in the arcade, the Brent.
Yes.
We haven't been in here since Thanksgiving, I believe, me and you.
Yeah, the old COVID kept rearing its ugly head.
Keep rearing your head. But this is such a special occasion that we decided to not
we'll
only
risk our own mortality.
That's right. We decided not only to get together in person, despite the fact we live across the street from each other, and do the show live, but this is a special show. We're going to talk about some of our favorite moments from the past couple hundred shows and some of our least favorite moments from the last couple hundred shows. And we're also going to talk about, just our feelings of doing this show for that long. I mean, I'm part of the Amigos. We just did 334th episode, so we're a few episodes up. But it's quite a watermark to get this high. 200 is pretty darn good, I think.
Absolutely.
Especially for a little show like ours. Now, before we get into the show proper, I don't think I've really talked to you about this. What prompted you? Because, I mean, I know I had asked you. I don't know. You'd been on the Amigos a few times.
Yep.
Had you filled in before we did this show on Amigos? I can't remember. Had you ever filled in for both? I thought you had.
I do believe so, yeah.
What prompted you to want to maybe kind of hook up and do a show? Had you always thought about doing something like this?
Well, I mean, you were like, hey, come over. We're going to do this show together.
Well, I know how that went, but I mean, before that.
Oh, I mean, I like talking about video games. Video games is a passion of mine I've carried since my youth. I like more than just the playing of video games, which is awesome, but I like the intricacies of video games, the story, the sound, the animation, how it all comes together, the developers, the systems that it's on, and the great history that comes along with it. I think if I was to do a solo show, I would do something on appreciation of video games as an art form. I mean, really digging deep about like idle animations and about how this story became the video game that it is today, a really deep dive into things. And this allows me to kind of do that, but on a completely different scale where I'm forced into situations. It says, hey, we're going to be looking at this week. Yeah, maybe I know what it was going to be beforehand. Maybe it's something completely new to me, but it allows me to get in there, do some research, and have fun with it, which for me, that's what gaming is all about, is having fun, doing something that is even maybe outside my comfort zone, but I enjoy every minute of it.
Wow. That was a well thought out, and almost like you prepared for that. That was quite a speech.
Also, I like when the things go boom.
There you go. Yeah, I want to say that part of the reason that I wanted to do this show with Brent was I figured if I did it with Brent, there's no way I could be the worst guy on the show. He would always be the king dong of sucking. And suck he did through 200 episodes. But we still had a good time, didn't we, Brent? Oh, come on. You didn't suck too bad. You were okay a couple times. There was a couple times that you were funny.
Maybe even 4 or 5.
Yeah, well, let's not get crazy.
All right.
With all that said, Brent, 200 episodes, a lot of episodes.
Absolutely.
Now, you were right. Boat skipped town about episode 16, I believe
16 is where I stepped in, yes.
And then you came in, which I believe your first episode was the Jaguar episode.
Absolutely.
I believe it was Conker's Bad Fur Day. Is that what it was? It was one of those games.
No.
What was it? It was one of those.
Bugsby.
They're all the same. Bugsby or Bugsy. Whatever it was. I knew it was one of those. And then we did that. We did the only episode that we'd ever did where we didn't spin the wheel.
Yes.
Which was the. I believe it was the floppy disk system.
Famicom disk system. Yes.
Now. Listen, it is a floppy disk.
No, well, it's a 3 1/4.
That's a floppy disk, brother. I don't care what you say. Now, moving forward, so we've done 200.
Yes.
All right, we've done, would you say we hit most of the high points in terms of consoles, computers?
Oh, gosh. I mean,
Do you think is there any untrodden ground?
that's not fair, because I would have said, man, video gaming peaked on like the NES. And then you find all these other things you've never heard about. So I still think there's more stuff to discover.
Well,
I mean, in the next 100 episodes, we might find our new favorite game or new favorite system.
It is funny how many times that something's come up on the wheel that I've never heard of. And I do want to give a special thanks and a shout out to all the people that have donated their suggestions to the wheel. I don't know how much we did that with the first 100. This last 100, we've really turned it over. For the most part, we let the listeners pick, or the viewers pick what was on the wheel. I mean, and they've came up with some real wacky stuff.
Absolutely. Yeah, the viewers definitely shape our path, and then the wheel tells us where we're going.
Indeed. So we thought that it would be fun to look back over the last couple hundred episodes and pick out some winners. But before we get into these lists proper, we're going to take a brief pause, a respite, if you will, Brent. And what we're going to do now is have a look back in a quiet reflection at some of the wacky antics that we were a part of in these past 200 episodes. So sit back, relax, grab yourself an adult beverage, and enjoy the following video. Here it comes.
Everyone, no, I'm not ready.
Hello, everyone. Everyone, welcome back.
Oh, wait.
I thought you were ready. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another. Shit. Stop. Hello, everyone.
No, you didn't. You just stopped it now. It's right now. Stop. Don't touch anything. Just
screw you. I demand you work.
hello, everyone, and welcome to another. Oh, shit.
I forgot what I was gonna say.
Hello, good God Almighty, I'll kill you.
Oh,
Say something.
please kill me.
You didn't
kick.
stop. Hey everyone, welcome to another action-packed edition of ARG Presents. I'm Amigo Aaron, joined alongside Brother Brent. How's it going, hey? Alright, beautiful. I'm about to talk like normal so I can get it thinking. And don't lean in, because you're leaning in, it's going to screw up the sound. Let's do it.
Screwing up the sound, I got it.
I am Amigo Aaron, joined by a man who's late as hell. Again. Hello everyone! Welcome to a belated episode of ARG Presents because this guy took 20 minutes to take a shower.
No, untrue. I haven't showered yet.
Boom! I'll kill you if this doesn't work. I
Hey,
swear to
how's it
God, I'll
going?
beat you down. Did I hit start? Yes.
Yes, you did.
Better. Testing 1, 2, 3. Hello everyone! Sweet good God! Say something into your knob.
My thing's not even on yet.
Testing again, since I may or may not have hit start. Because the knob's so small, it doesn't have a light that tells you.
Unlockables, full combos, gauge options.
Oh God, you're not going over all that stuff, are you?
No.
Okay, thank God.
We wanted to take a moment to one more time.
Hello everyone, welcome to another action-packed ARG Presents. My voice is changing.
Hey everybody!
I'm Amigo Aaron, joined as always by a man who on D20's life... Whoa, whoa!
In today's game, we will be playing
man.
selections from the 80s arcade.
I am Amigo Aaron, joined by no one because he's no damn good.
Hello everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Hey everyone, welcome to another action-packed ARG Presents. I am the guy that runs the show alongside my assistant Brent.
Do I need to wear a dress?
I gotta get the game right. No, you're on the edge of something. I don't think it's glory.
I am Amigo Aaron, joined by a man who, much like Mr. Game & Watch, is shallow, thin, black shit. Stop moving, stop moving. Hello everyone, welcome to another exciting edition of ARG Presents. I am Amigo Aaron, joined by a blah, 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 blah. Say something.
Did you just make an Xbox pun?
I did, and I'm going to make another one when the show starts.
Okay.
I got plenty. One sweet good God Almighty, Lord have mercy. It's going to be awesome. What do you think?
I am well.
No. See, that's what's killing us right there. That's why we're not in the top 25 movers and shakers, because of that crap right there.
Testing.
Con!
Well, I don't. Okay.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to a especially weird black and white episode of ARG.
That was horrible.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another super episode of ARG Presents. I'm Amigo Aaron, joined by Amigo Jerk.
Going with the low-hanging fruit.
That's right, Amigo.
Supo.
What, Amigo Jerk?
No, I'm talking about a super edition.
I'm a super duper edition.
That's far worse.
Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3.
I don't care about you. I care about the background.
What? I'm Amigo Aaron, joined as always by this big jerk.
What did I do?
It's what I want to say every week, but can't. Oh, Brent, that was comedy gold.
Oh boy!
It made you cry.
Oh.
It made you think.
Oh man! Oh.
You like that? Yeah, yeah. It has that effect on me too when you look back that far.
All right, Aaron. I think we have both selected 3 systems that we discovered greatness on this show.
Well, I would like to think they were greatness. This is.
Yes.
And I'm ready to talk about them now. So this is going to be just a quick look back at some of our favorite systems over the past couple hundred episodes. I'll lead the opening dance here, the Brent. This system, boy, I heard about it. I've almost accidentally bought one more than a few times. But I was surprised.
I hate it when I accidentally buy computer hardware. Whoops!
Well, no, I'll get into it. But the system I'm talking about is the Sinclair ZX81, the ZX81. Now, we covered this one way back in ARG 138.
Yes.
The Sinclair ZX81, of course, you got the ZX80, the 81, the ZX Spectrum.
Yes.
And then you've got other ZX systems that shall remain nameless for now. But they're all they sort of kind of sound the same. You figure you're kind of getting one, and so early in my career, I assumed that the ZX81 was the ZX Spectrum, and I almost bought them. And I was like, man, these are so cheap, they're giving them away. Well, that's because they're the ZX81, not the ZX Spectrum. But
I mean, to be fair, it's not like the Spectrum is thousands upon thousands of dollars.
Well, I know, but I'm cheap. So when this honed into view, what it reminded me of was when we looked at the Dick Smith System 80. Like, here's this ancient system with and you're like, what kind of games is this thing going to play? And then you look at something to pick, and it's like 18 kabillion choices, and a lot of them are solid gold money.
Yeah.
On that particular episode, we played a game called 49er and a game called Tie or Tay.
I believe it's Tie.
Yeah. If you'll recall, Tay or Tie was a space adventure.
It was a
Star Wars.
Yeah. I kind of dug it though.
Oh yeah, it was fun.
And then, of course,
a little repetitive, but it was fun.
49er was a game where you dig your miner, Gold Rush days. I thought these games were pretty fun.
Absolutely.
49er looked really good.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, I believe that was one of the ones using some kind of mystery modes or whatever. This thing was a lot of fun. And what was also fun was just trying to find games for it, because There were lots of really fun games on the ZX81.
Not a ton of exclusives,
Well, I mean,
but
that's not true. They're all exclusive.
No,
I mean,
no.
there's lots of clones and crap.
Yeah.
You know, but I mean, it was. They're old. That was old. You know, so I was a big fan. So the folks at Sinclair, even in the early days, are putting out the good stuff. What do you remember your feelings on the ZX81?
It was fun. It definitely had that Spectrum feel, and that's not a bad thing. I can imagine using one in real life would be far more excruciating than using one in emulation.
I'd say you're right there.
But I still think it had some quality titles, and I think there was a lot to explore on it. And I'm sure once we hit it on the old Retro Rewind, which will happen eventually,
Yeah.
It'll be fun to dive right back into it.
You know, if you add up all the interesting games you could play on the ZX81 to all the interesting games you can play on the ZX Spectrum, you have a mountain of games.
Absolutely.
You could be playing for now to Doomsday.
Yeah.
Because both those machines have a back catalog that's off the charts.
Yeah, they were definitely well supported.
Yeah.
There's no question about that.
So that was my, in terms of, and as we looked at these, it's not necessarily the best games we played, but it's just systems that we really enjoyed, or enjoyed the episode, and I had a lot of fun with that one. What do you got, Brent, for your number 3 choice here?
I think my number 3 choice, Aaron, is going to be a little bit of a surprise to people out there.
All right.
I am choosing episode 136.
Yeah.
The Mega Duck / Cougar Boy.
Oh God, no.
Yeah. And here's why. This is a handheld I would have never found in my wildest dreams otherwise. And we got to get into it. Now, I'm sure I'm blessed to have only played this through emulation, which allows me to enjoy it at a higher level than if I owned one.
Or at all.
However, it gave some interesting games. On that episode, we looked at Magical Tower, which was your crap. But we also
looked good. That game looked good.
We also looked at Railway, and Railway is a awesome Pipe Dreams clone involving trains, and it has the most memorable tune that we had for a wheel theme for quite a while after that episode.
I still sneak it in from time to time.
And although my wife absolutely hates that tune, I personally love it. And will find myself humming it just out of the blue still today. It was so catchy. It was so memorable. And the game was fun, too.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
And be honest with me here.
Sure.
If Railway did not have that song,
Okay.
how much would that affect your love of the Mega Duck / Cougar Boy? And be honest.
It would be quite a bit.
Yeah, okay.
But
that's what I
here's
thought.
what you have to understand. First of all, I completely love Railway as a game. I really
but it's been
enjoyed
done
it.
hundreds and hundreds and
Not
hundreds and
like
hundreds of
that.
times.
Not like that.
It was pretty good.
Okay?
Yeah.
Now, add in the music, the environment, the theme on top of everything else. Finding Railway and finding the Mega Duck / Cougar Boy is something that I would have never done without this show.
Yeah.
And because of that, I really enjoyed digging into its back catalog. Are all the games on the Mega Duck / Cougar Boy amazing? No, they're mostly garbage. And if you've ever seen a real one, you'll understand that the screen is pretty much junk on them. But playing through emulation, you're going to find some games on that are top tier. Top tier. I think Railway is top tier. And be able to enjoy them. So that's...
I disagree. Well, it's a great song, and not when you sing it. Now I really hate the Cougar Boy. Did they have a third version called Mega Dork? Because that would be the song from that. Listen, this was a cheap knockoff from deep in Asia somewhere.
That is
Mysterious.
the amazing point. This system has so much good history to it.
I will say this.
I
I also did not hate the Mega Duck / Cougar Boy in emulation.
Yeah.
Now, having seen the screens on it, they look like double garbage.
They don't look good.
But, I am surprised that out of 200 episodes that you picked from, that your third favorite thing was the Mega Duck / Cougar Boy.
Yeah, because it's something that I have never found outside of this show.
Well, it just shows that you're a dipstick. So, moving on. Let's get to my number 2 pick on the show. Now, we had a lot of fun times on the show. I'm going back to the UK. Back in the UK. That's the way it goes. And this was one that we never would have played this one. That's for sure. It's episode 134. Those 130s
The
were killing it.
130s were awesome.
Nascom 1 and 2 kit computer.
Yes.
We played a bunch of games on this. We played Asteroids, Surround, Piranha, and Raider.
Yeah.
On this one.
Which was pretty much all of the available that we had available to us. Because this is mostly a type-in system.
This machine was a kit computer that was sold in the UK and all points of that area, Europe, and mostly in UK, though, in 1978 going forward. And there were a bunch of things I liked about this. For one thing, is that none of the Nascom machines looked the same because they didn't really. They eventually sold them with, like, you could get a whole
wood
computer, but everyone had
stuff,
these.
Yes.
Well, they didn't sell it with the wood grain.
No,
but people would make them.
That's what people would make.
And
right.
you had people were making video cards and sound cards and all sorts of crazy accoutrement for the Nascom.
It was the absolute heart and soul of the computer age when the consumer market was just barely opened up. I loved it.
What I liked about this episode as well, and this happens to us sometimes, is that after it went out, we heard from a lot of people that had a Nascom.
Yes.
And they had all kinds of stories about it, how much they loved it. I love that sort of thing. And I also like these shows where we're desperate for games. And so you sort of play what you can find. And sometimes it's just fun to do that.
Yeah.
Because sometimes there's a wealth of choices, and sometimes there's not. And I thought all these games were at least interesting. They were kind of fun.
They were mostly crap.
Well, I mean,
they were mostly crap.
We've done a few of these kit computers. But this one is amongst my favorites. I really liked that episode, and I liked a lot of the feedback we got.
The Nascom episode and the Nascom itself is one of those things that highlights community.
Yeah.
And the Nascom community isn't huge. It's not some mega structure like you'd have with like the NES or something like that.
No,
but
no, it's
they
not.
are a tight-knit group.
Yeah.
And I was never alive during that time, and it's not like you were using computers during that time either. But to get even just a taste of that, a glimpse of it, was very interesting.
Yeah, a lot of fun. That's not one you just like want to go back and load up to play GTA on. Yeah. But if you want, I would love to have one, just to have something like that, just to have something so beautiful, wood grain polished.
Well, you have to make that.
No, I get someone to give it to me.
Well, no, there's no.
Please, when you send it over, make sure there's a homemade video card stuck in it, please.
Give me a break.
I require a certain amount of video with my Nascom.
Now, Aaron, I want to talk about something, and you kind of stole my thunder by mentioning it already. But the number 2 on my list is the Dick Smith System 80. And this was another system I didn't know it existed. And I was like, Dick Smith System 80. I continuously, through the entire episode 93, called it the Super 80.
Yes.
And I'll do it still to this day because it is a super system. Now, in hindsight, what is this, Aaron? It's a glorified.
It's a TRS 80 Model 1/3.
Right.
I mean, but it's not glorified. It was just marketed over there by Dick Smith.
Yes,
brother.
by Dick Smith himself, who is
Dick Smith himself went out. Listen, the whole I wish I had my Dick Smith shirt on now.
We do have Dick Smith thanks to a lovely user.
Because a listener,
not
a user. We're not in Trine, Brent, you idiot. But
I need a disc.
The Dick Smith. I'm sure in Australia and even in California where they had some Dick Smiths, that's just another goof, you know. But there's something amusing and quaint about it. The commercials for the Dick Smith, both the Dick Smith System 80 and the other Dick Smith Wizard were hilarious.
Yeah.
And so it was endearing. I will say this was amongst my favorite episodes as well.
Now, that's not without saying that the man Dick Smith does not have a layer of controversy. And if you're interested in that, you can go back and watch the episode. We touch on it just lightly.
Oh, yeah.
But we want to highlight the goods of this. And on that episode, we played 2 games. We played Convoy and we played Outhouse.
Great big convoy.
That's right. And
Convoy was mine. as I
both
recall,
games were tremendous.
They were. Those were great
Tremendous.
games.
And it's one of those things where, you know, the more we're different, the more we're the same, right?
Yeah.
Because someone thousands of miles away could have played these games just like I would play them on the TRS-80 here in the States. And even though we're playing on two different systems, miles apart, we're getting that same core experience from these incredible games. And that's something that kind of brings you together without you even know you're getting brought together.
Yeah.
And that's a neat experience. And that is one reason why I really love the Dick Smith episode. Some lovely other games we saw on that throughout the time period we had with it. I get them mixed up a little bit with the Wizard. I guess that's easy to do because they're
not anything the same. Though.
Yeah.
But yeah, both the games we played, Convoy was, you talk about thinking outside the box. They took the box and smashed it. And then Outhouse, I knew from the Coco.
Right.
And of course, it's got a lot of fame on the here stateside on the TRS-80. That's one of my all-time favorite games we ever played on the show was Outhouse. Just a great points game. Yeah,
tremendous
a lot of fun.
Atmosphere, tremendous. I mean, you can tell such a dopey story with 4 colors and a few lines. Just battling to save your outhouse from the aliens.
Yeah,
tremendous.
Yeah,
and it had all those little touches that you love to see in the game.
Yeah, and I will say both Dick Smith shows we did. I think we actually have touched on one of these at least twice, but all the Dick Smith shows we always hear from the people down in Australia. Who are and almost always they have at least one of the two machines. Yeah, it was real fun. That was a good choice. This was probably, if I had a number 4, this would have been it. It was right up there. I love that one.
Well, before we get to your number 1, Aaron.
Yeah,
we need to look to the dark side of this show because not every episode is a fun romp in the park.
No,
sometimes we get punished.
Yes.
And the wheel is right to do so. We start
feeling
no,
it's not.
Yes, we start feeling too good about ourselves, and the wheel has to come around and remind us that sometimes video games suck, and that's just the way it is. So, what do you have for us, Aaron, on the bottom of the barrel?
I looked over. I really was trying to concentrate more in the past 100 episodes, but I looked over the width and breadth of all of our coverage. Yeah. And there are some systems that we just didn't like. Yeah. And I think we could both agree the FM Towns was one that was hard to use. It's not the FM Towns fault, it's just the emulation sucked. Because when these things fail, it's not necessarily the computer's fault. It's all the stuff that happened to get to the point where you make the episode.
Yes.
But there's one episode that had a system that I didn't like. All right. It was hard for me to operate the system I didn't like. And when I picked the game, I also it made me physically angry. All right, usually your games can make me angry, or like, for example, if they're not a game.
But you were angry before you even started.
But
before you loaded the first game up.
I was angry, and then I played the game. Then I got more angry.
Yeah. And what system would that be, Aaron?
That was episode 196.
Just a few back.
Sinclair QL. Now, I know this is probably fresh on a lot of people's mind, but I'm gonna pull off the scab here. There's an outfit that has like a monopoly on the majority of the QL software. I don't know why. It's not like there's zillions of tons of it. It's not like there's a demand for it. But you can't find the games anywhere, and so ultimately I had to go and pay money to get these games. And you can't just buy. You can't spend like 50 cents on a game or $1. You got to buy a pack of games. Now, admittedly, the pack would just auto load, which I'll give them that. But by the time I had found the guy, determined he still existed, determined he was safe to deal with, paid the money, got the game, and played the game, I was already in a foul mood. And then the game was Jungle Eddie, okay? Yeah. Jungle Eddie, when I looked at still shots of it, I thought to myself, this looks great.
It does.
Jungle Eddie, look at this. It looks awesome. It's going to be a lot of fun, like a Donkey Kong meets Jungle Hunt. No, it wasn't that. It was kick to the groin meets smack to the face is what it was. And you had Jungle Eddie, a game designed by lunatics and a game played by masochists.
Yes.
I hated this game with an unbridled fury of all the games we've played because it tempts you with its almost cool look, only to thwart you by sucking.
And what's bad is I hated this game way more than you did.
Yeah.
I mean, you ended up kind of defending it because you had to.
Yeah.
But
Because that was a versus episode. That's
holy cow. I have never wanted to just quit the show as much as, well, I take that back. There was a few times. But that was right up there with times I just wanted to throw my hands up and quit the show.
And on top of everything else, the Sinclair QL, the computer no one wanted, the answer to a question no one asked, with the technology no one needed. It's a computer going nowhere. It died on the vine.
It took Suck to whole exciting new levels.
Yeah. And so, so as much as I love the ZX81, this was the opposite turn. So I've heaped a lot of praise to the British machines, but now I had to put the boost.
You had to smack them down.
And like I said, it wasn't just the computer. It wasn't just the game. It was a culmination of that entire week of giving me trouble. So my choice going to the Sinclair QL, episode 196.
Now, Aaron, I also need to pick the mass loser in the room.
All right.
And I pick you. But the best episode loser I pick is episode 127, the VTech Socrates.
What?
Or the Socrates, if you want to pronounce it.
You love
correct.
the Socrates.
No. It is.
I bought one of those.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry you supported an industry of hate. This is.
It teaches the young.
And that's where it's wrong. Because it teaches them slowly and painfully, with it drawing the screen over and over. And it's horrible little robot mascot that you just want to choke until his little bright eyes flicker out of existence.
My God! That's dark, Brent.
Yeah, thank you. Let me tell you something. When you think edutainment with the...
There's a P in it now?
That's right.
Edutainment?
That's right. That's what this gave me. It was absolute horrible.
I can't believe this. I thought you liked this console.
No. It was so slow to do anything. And I cannot imagine, even for an instant, setting a child down in front of this and thinking that they were going to accomplish anything educational. It was so brutally slow. The controls were just so miserable. And while we did our best and enjoyed what we could from it, because if you remember, we also played this for a Thanks for Giving run.
Yeah. Emulating it wasn't easy either, as I recall.
I don't want to retro rewind this anytime soon.
I'm going to put this on the wheel next week. Let me tell you something. Here's my theory on this. Okay, the Socrates is a brilliant teaching tool, including a light pen and a board. It's very cool looking, and I think at the end of the day, the Brent just is too dumb to comprehend the various lessons.
You know, when you comprehend it, you're right. I guess
that's
I am too dumb.
He doesn't understand the various math problems, the word problems that are in there. I can't believe of all the things we've played, you put over the Mega Duck, and now you're burying the Socrates.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
I think I can speak for the fans all over the world when I say you're an idiot. There you go.
So what did you pick for number one?
Well, idiot, let me tell you. You know, sometimes, once in a great while, a show comes along, and it lights your heart, it invigorates the mind and the senses, and it heightens the soul. And
you picked the Socrates, didn't you?
No, such an episode happened to me and this came out of the nowhere when we had episode 183. The Ohio Scientific Challenger computer.
Yes.
What a fun episode that was.
It was pretty good.
Your research was outstanding on that show, and I really enjoyed looking at the careers of all the people that were involved in it.
Yes.
I think the Ohio Scientific Challenger computer was a real fun computer.
No.
I did. I thought it was fun to play with. It's neat. It's sort of like the American kit computer.
Yeah.
You know, which was nice. Because we dealt with the other ones. We played 4 games on this one. Star Wars, Othello. I guess we played 3. Star Wars, Othello, and Hang Woman. I thought that was nice. There's no sexism in the Ohio Scientific Challenge Computer.
Yeah, we'll lynch them all. I mean, we're not going to let anything hold us back.
This was sort of like the Nascom in that. I mean, this is not the game you're going to break out for party night with some beers. But it was cool looking. The people that owned it loved it. The people that worked on it loved it. It was a labor of love. They were geniuses.
Yeah.
They were ahead of their time in almost every conceivable way.
Absolutely.
And if things had shook a little bit different, Ohio Scientific Challenge Computers could be a big deal today.
Yeah. Now, this is an episode where doing the research and learning about the history was 100 times more fun than actually using the system.
Yeah, I'd love to have one. They looked cool, but I mean, we don't have it, and they emulated okay.
Yeah. This very, very small community, a very rich history, and I really enjoyed going back and learning what I could about the system, learning about the people behind it, learning what they're doing now, where their careers advances, where you could find out. And then after I did all that, to actually play the games, and I'm not disappointed. I'm not disappointed. The games, to be fair, the games.
You're really putting it over.
The games.
I'm not disappointed. Can you say you liked it? Say that.
No, I did not like the games. The games were super
How
basic.
could you not get into Hang Woman?
They were.
You're hanging her.
The games were super basic, but sometimes it's more than what you play on the system, and that's one great thing about this show is since we do delve into the history and the people sometimes behind these systems, you can enjoy things like the Ohio Scientific Challenger at a level that you couldn't if you just popped it into an emulator and hit go.
I was just thinking, while you were pontificating, if capital punishment were solely based on your ability to spell words, we'd be dead a million times.
I wouldn't have made it out of third grade.
You have trouble reading and spelling the words.
No, reading, I'm okay. I just have to do it 2 or 3 times.
Thank God it wasn't Hang Brent. It'd been all over. So that was my.
I kind of feel like I've been.
That was my favorite episode, past 100 at least. Was the old scientific. I just had a lot of fun with that. But I loved all 3 of these. They were basically interchangeable to me. They were all fun. It is funny how I sort of rolled towards the machines that I'd never heard of and had little experience with, and I thought I just enjoyed the learning about these. I think it's a lot of fun to learn about these new machines.
Now, mine, you limited yourself to the top 100. I didn't do that because I think that's stupid. We did 200 episodes. Why wouldn't we look at the whole catalog?
Yeah, clearly, because you expected to dismiss System 80 in episode 93. So clearly, you did that already.
And my overall most enjoyment I've had on an episode, almost strictly from a gaming perspective, although the history of this was okay. I mean, it was nothing special like with the Ohio Scientific or the Nascom. But episode 84, the Thomson MO5.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, the French computer that's actually British.
Yes.
That one, another British computer. Yeah, that was a true find in that one. One of the best games ever played, which was Yeti.
Yes.
And
we also played Bob Winter, but we're not going to talk about that.
Bob Winter was cool looking. It was different. It was, I thought it was pretty okay. That was mine.
Yeti, easily the top, holy cow, can you believe how good this is game we've ever done on this show.
It was a lot better than Urban Yeti, I can tell you that.
Urban Yeti's pretty good too.
Oh,
but this was one of those things where you dive in head first. And you know what? You know why I found Yeti? I was trying to get another Yeti game, because we did Urban Yeti and you hated it so much. So I wanted to get another Yeti game.
That's great. At least Urban Yeti, it's the first thing it ever accomplished.
So I wanted to get another Yeti game that you would. I wanted to have like a theme, a rolling thing. Yeah. But Yeti turned out to be so gosh darn good that it drew us both in with its single screen platforming and fun characters. Great gameplay. It was one of those incredible surprises that you would have never found just looking at a top 100 list of games, because they confine you so much to the systems everyone knows about, the NES, the Genesis, the TurboGrafx of the world. that is what is so great about the show. You get to go out there and touch things you would absolutely never touch otherwise. And I know some of our community went out and looked up Yeti and played Yeti, and I don't think a single one of them had a bad thing to say about it.
I believe Yeti had a single file executable you could play, as I recall, which was nice. Yep. That was one of the things about the Thomsons I liked. Much like the company does for the Amiga, they had these single file, so you could play the games. And as I recall, our playthrough of the Yeti was the only one available at the time. I'm not sure if it still is, but it was the only one that was up there for a spell, because this is a pretty unknown game.
Yeah.
Great history on it. It seems like we both stumbled upon that back. I can't recall for sure, because I mean before.
No.
I knew
That's all me, baby.
Oh yeah. Take all the credit, eh? But Yeti was great. I'm still waiting for my Yeti shirt, all my Yeti accoutrement.
Yes.
You know, so even I'll take the Yeti, the badge holding gimmick that you put out, if you want to put some of those together. But yeah, that was a great game. And the Thomson, a system that we've been so wrong about so many of these systems that that's another one that was a surprise. We were wrong about where it was from. We were, because we were thinking like the Auric.
Yeah,
I think was I can't remember. Is the Thomson the French one, or maybe the Thomson's the French one, the Auric the English? So we still don't know. That's pretty bad, isn't it? But
there's only one thing you need to know, Aaron.
Yeah.
Thomson MO5 good, Yeti good.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, it was top shelf. That was good stuff. Like I said, I enjoy. America. I know of our computers. That's a problem.
Sure.
We need to find everybody else's. That's been a lot of fun to do. So I think it's a pretty good set there. I liked all those for the most part. I feel like you're wrong about the Socrates and Megadeth. That's just me.
Before we wrap this up, Aaron, I want to run through just a few more moments from some of our past shows. Give some people just another little look back.
Yeah, we got another set of clips here,
and then we'll come back and we'll wrap this up.
Right on. So sit back, relax, set your face on stun as we relive more of our crazy antics.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to ARG Presents. I'm your host, someone who doesn't suck, and my partner, Suck Boy.
I suck.
At least you're honest. I've been broken, beaten and broken by.
Another full tilt episode.
Oh, there you go.
I already got that, but I wasn't going to give it away. But you had to jump out and I'll say something so we can test this thing. You're not talking.
I'm talking.
Stop
Shut
researching
up.
before the show.
Shut up.
I wasn't researching.
Would you just talk?
Okay, I'm gonna beat you with a ball bat.
Well, I mean, I need.
Okay, now say some stuff. What could go wrong? This is why we never went live in the past.
You're an idiot. That's what I'd say during the show. That's exactly what I'm saying now.
I hate you so much. I hate you so much.
And you know it's true.
Shut up. I'm an idiot. I set all this up. You've just been sitting there with your huge thing of bourbon or whatever.
And welcome to a one big episode of ARG Presents.
Wrong! Stupid! You're dumb! I told you that sucked. Talk normally.
What? Wait a minute, that is normal.
You walk around talking like this.
I do. It's like, hello.
I like money.
That's true.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to a professionally awesome edition of crap. I'm still maxing the mic. Maxing the mic!
How's it going, eh?
I threw it to that. It's the first thing you did. At the big throw, and you go, bleh.
I'm back. Woo! Back in. Remember that song?
No, you're too old. Sorry. You're not testing the mics at all.
Well, you've disgusted me by not knowing that song, Back in the New York Groove. No, nothing.
I listen to a lot of 70s and 80s.
You don't know nothing.
Welcome to an horrific edition of ARG Presents. I'm Amigo Aaron, joined by a man who's not French.
That's not totally true.
The Brent.
Sacre bleu.
Sacre bleu. That's not really French. He's going into a little Hong Kong there.
Oh,
My children, they need wine. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another action-packed episode of ARG Presents. Shake my fist like that.
yeah, they're not all action-packed.
They're all action-packed. Now say some stuff so I can get your voice.
I did.
Man, no.
You dumb. I say you dumb. You want to drink mine?
Hell no.
What?
Hello, everyone. Welcome to an epoch edition of ARG Presents.
Come up with something better than
No,
that.
I'm using that one.
You know what number Lupin 3 was?
The third.
No.
Lupin the third.
Yeah. But what number was he?
What does that mean? I don't know what that means. What number was he?
Yeah.
I don't know what you mean.
8
8 what?
and 6.
What are you talking about?
What's up, cats and dolls? Welcome to another exciting episode of ARG Presents. This is Trucker Brent.
No, for the color.
Trucker Brent. He rolled his 18-wheeler down the line, yo, and he came to town. I guess you can't say yo from the 70s.
No. In 4, good buddy.
Right on, brother, right on.
Hello, wrestling fans. Welcome back to Amigo Wrestling Arena, where we have Cosmonaut Aaron, the Crusher Dowdy.
In stupid America, I come here from Soviet. No.
Just get real. Say something loud.
Oh my gosh, can you believe
Sweet
it?
good God, no. Holy mackerel. Rhubarb. I'm trying to come up with some new shticks at the beginning of this because listen, I don't know what I'm doing half the time. So when I practice those, I'm literally practicing them. I do them in the car. That's the only thing I've got. The only scripted words I've got for the whole show until the very end. I don't know what I'm saying on this show either. The Brent.
It's true. Although I have not been the biggest fumble master recently.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. I mean, hey, I got to go home early.
Not bad. Not bad.
Stop. Oh, God. Okay.
I always dress like this.
Especially the hat.
Like an idiot.
You're the world's worst stripper. No, please don't. Alright, hit stop. You're killing everyone.
This will bring in the hits.
This could be a Vectrex sighting episode.
Vectrex, that stinks. How about Vectrexcellent?
Oh, yeah, that's better. Good job.
I'm going to go with that one.
You gotta go with another wonderful edition.
Well, yeah, boy, you're the master of baloney, aren't you?
What?
That's tough. You always got some kind of gimmick.
What?
Hey everyone, welcome to another excellent edition of ARG Presents.
Are you really going to go
I'm
with
going to
that?
do it. I'm going to do it. Say some stuff.
John, come back to the show.
Test your mic. Test your mic. Joined by a man who
It's
is...
true, I am a man. Oh, I'm sorry, you were going to say something?
Cut.
What?
Second,
And no, not an idiot.
You're an
It's
idiot.
your...
You're...
Did you hit... Idiot. Aaron... Might be the last one. That's all I'm saying.
There'll be plenty more. You can't stop. You won't stop.
And you know why I can't stop, Aaron?
I don't.
It has nothing to do with you.
What?
It has everything to do with the nice people out there that support this show.
Oh, I see.
Because they give me the will to put up with your balonium, your weapons grade balonium
Yes.
every week.
I will break him with the help of you fine folks.
Now,
We'll take him down.
every week, Aaron, I read out the names of our incredible supporters.
Yes, you do.
Would you like your chance, your taste of glory,
I would.
to run down
Tasty.
our incredible supporters right now?
Yes, I will do that right now. Well, Will, you want another fight? So, we'd like to give a special brotherhood punch-up to the following folks who help us out.
We're not
via
punching any of the supporters.
Patreon. We're not going to punch you. It's a
Well,
love.
it's
a
more
love
than
punch.
just here's something.
It's a love
I
touch.
could
How about that?
This is why I control the financial things here at ARG. This is not just Patreons, people.
Yeah.
These are
That's true.
people who support us either annually through payment transactions, people who support us on Patreon, people who support us on Anchor.
Yeah.
And
People that drive by the house and throw money out the window.
a
Very
rare
rare.
occurrence.
You know, one thing that's a constant over all the shows I'm involved in, I've got no stake in any of the running of the shows.
Yeah.
We'd all be in the dirt. I just show up, have a few drinks, and go in there and scream. Let's say hi and thank
Well,
everybody here.
And these are people that support ARG Presents.
That's right.
I mean, God bless you
We're
all.
not going to show for another show's supporters.
No, God bless you all to people who support the Amigos network as a whole.
Yeah.
And those people know who they are.
Yeah.
And people who support our antics on the Spectrum show and the Coco show and the Atari show. But these are folks, these are our folks.
Shows. Yeah.
You know, these are the folks that say, you know, ARG, I like what you're doing. Big thumbs up to you. And we want to give a little shout out to them now.
That's lovely, Brent. So we want to give a heartfelt thanks to Roll Row.
No.
What? What'd I do? What did I do?
Roll Row.
That's his name, Roll Row. It says right there, Roll. I know Roll Row.
It's like a puppy dog.
Olaf
I'm sorry.
Hope.
Continue. No. Continue
Terry
on.
Howard, Gary Heather, John, Motive Car Schaller. You want to do this one?
The slow north.
That's his usual speaking voice. That's what the sad thing is. Frodo NL, Chris Bolts, Mitsuyama from the Great White North, Jason Warren, Rob Flack O'Hara, Andy Craig, Andy Jones,
Andy Jones.
Kevin Bean. Who's reading this?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Pajako 6502, Bitter Blitter. I knew I'd get it wrong.
And you did.
And-
You know, when we talked about the list and what to read the names, that's what we were fighting about.
He
right?
said
and
he
still
said
blew it.
bladder.
I'm
You
sorry,
said bladder.
I never said bladder.
It's Bitter Blitter.
There you go.
Anthony Jarvis, Steve Rasmussen, Bernard Lucas, Dave Velociraptor, Graham W. Vebke, Rushi, Mr. B, David Terrence, Super Tech Boy, Oh Rob, Sundone, Texas Foosballer, Air Shack, Retro Algae, John Dykeman, Jerry Dennington, Z9K9, and our good pal Mario.
And that's pretty much going to take us to the end, Aaron.
Yeah.
What'd you think of episode 200? First of all, did you ever think we'd get here?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
I mean, I think we both have fun with this every week. I mean, sometimes, you know, it takes those little shoves from the supporters. Going in and seeing someone's reviewed something that we're getting ready to do, so that wakes me up sometimes Sunday morning and gets me fired up to the show.
Yeah.
So, to us here at ARG or Amigos Studio East, to everyone out there, all of our supporters, our followers, our subscribers, our listeners, we thank you very much. Please keep those suggestions coming in. We'd love to hear from you. And I think that's it, Aaron. I think we're just going to keep on spinning.
I like it, man. We're looking forward to another 200, maybe another 300 episodes. So if you know about a kit computer, if you know about some guy that has a computer in his back shed that he made out of plywood, you know, or a guy that has a console that was only distributed in Baltimore, Maryland, give us a ring, drop us a line, we'll put it on the wheel. No computer too small, no console too obscure, the Brent.
As long as they're emulated.
I guess there are some that are too obscure. Forget what I just said. Only big stuff.
Have a good one, folks.
Bye.
Thanks for joining us today. We really hope you enjoyed this show. Wow, what a start. Hey, everyone. Thanks for joining us today. Thank you for joining us on YouTube. Hey, thanks for joining us. Hey, thanks for joining us today. We want to say... Hey, thanks for joining us today. We're really glad... Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining us today. I want to say... Hello there. Thanks for joining us today. Thanks for joining us today. We really hope you enjoyed the show. Special thanks goes to Duncan Styles for our vector style graphics. And... that was actually pretty good. Thanks for joining us today. We really hope you enjoyed the show. Special thank you goes out to Vector Styles for our Duncan Style graphics. Thanks for joining us today. Hello to all of our YouTube subscribers and our Twitch followers. A special thank you goes out to Duncan Styles for our vector graphics and BartBit for our amazing music. Would you like to help keep ARG spinning for just a little? Thanks for joining us today. We really hope you enjoyed the show. That's it. That's all I've got.